What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Sorry it's been so long. It's been a hell of a, I guess, month and a half-ish. Today is Thursday, October 9th. Just picking the Audi back up from Germany, which is sweet. Man, so I think the last Thoughtful Thursday I did was Thanksgiving Day. And I hopped on and did a really short one, and then basically after that my life has been a ridiculous tour. I wanted to do this real quick one off the cuff while I had the time, because it's kind of been super busy now that I'm back in the States. So yep, I did make it back to the States, everybody. Somebody called me out for this week, like, hey man, I'm digging your Instagram, but are you gonna do Thoughtful Thursday again? And it's just been so hectic trying to keep up with everything. So this isn't the best normal quality like I've been doing for them, but we'll make it work. So, Thoughtful Thursday topic is really take nothing for granted. Take nothing for granted. So, Thanksgiving Day, I was in Germany. My buddy and I took off and did a little trip. I think that was the weekend we went up to Berlin and Dresden, which was really cool. Got to do some Christmas markets. Hung out with everybody there, and then after I got back from that, it was basically my last week in Germany. So when you work for the military, or you're into the military or whatever, there's normally like this in and out processing thing, you know. So like if you hire into an organization, and normally you go in there for a few hours, you do some paperwork, you watch their little safety videos, and then ta-da, you're done. Military's not like that. The government has a ridiculous long list of things you have to do, which, if it was as efficient as a small organization, you probably could get it done in one day, but the sheer amount of people that do it, there's not enough hours in the day. So you normally will get 2 or 3 things done off of your 20-thing list a day. So in the end, it ends up taking you like a week or 2 plus to get your stuff in, like to in and out process. And so leaving Germany was the same deal. I had a list of things I had to do, drive back and forth between bases and whatever, and then that week we had this massive project that I was been working like all year on, going down, basically getting some guys ready to deploy, and working in pharmacy where I was doing, we were kind of changing the way that the Army handles like readiness, and so we got everybody all ready to deploy. It's like a small deployment to Poland or whatever, like a training mission, but anyway, they kind of still have to go through the same process as if they're going somewhere overseas, because they were going to be gone for 6 months. Anyway, so there was a lot going on the last week, and then Thursday morning, my time, which would have been about, I think it was December 5th, I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and my brother called that my dad had passed away. So my dad had been kind of sick all year, just going through some stuff, chronic issues, and then it seems like we haven't really got the results back, but it seems like that he passed away while he was driving. So he ended up in a car crash and whatnot. But so my dad, I had gone and seen him a couple times this year, back and forth, while I was overseas talking to him. We never really had the best relationship, but he did teach me a lot of things, and I really hold those dear to me now. But that's one of the big reasons why I haven't really been able to get on here and talk about what I wanted to do for Thoughtful Thursday, was I just kind of needed time to handle everything. So yeah, that Thursday I was finishing my last day of out processing, on top of SRP process crap, on top of my dad passed away, on top of I leave in 24 hours from Germany. So it was kind of nuts. And then so I flew to Colorado, dropped my stuff off, had dinner with Wally and his family, went back home, grabbed my crap, went to DIA, flew back to South Carolina, spent a week there doing the funeral stuff, then came back to Colorado again like the next weekend on Saturday afternoon. Sunday we held a workshop, which was absolutely fantastic. I kind of got to get my hands a little dirty with doing some pipeline helping work. We had 5 guys come out and do some welding, basically pipeline style, which was fantastic. So then we had a couple weeks off for Christmas. I didn't get hired in that next week because everybody got laid off for Christmas. So if you follow along on Instagram, you did see that. I've been doing a lot of Instagram live type stuff because it's a little bit easier, kind of off the cuff type thing. But I am going to put more focus into the YouTube. I do have a lot of video footage from me doing my first few welds, which is exciting this week. Wally and I took off 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year's. Basically, I hung around here, spent some time with my roommate, his family, and then went to the mountains. I skied on Christmas Eve, and then I went up to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, skied up there for New Year's, did some stuff around here for New Year's Day. I went skiing in Colorado, and then basically Sunday we was like going back to work. So we went and did some welding on Sunday, and then took Monday off. Tuesday, Wednesday, we were up there welding. Today's Thursday, picking up some stuff, doing some work, I think, to Wally's rig maybe today, tomorrow, I don't know. But so we kind of have some leads out for some tests coming up soon. But because this is like the first week everybody's getting back from Christmas, it's like, you know, like the Christmas rush. Everybody's really trying to go back to work. All the superintendents and everybody, weld bosses, are all hiring in this week, so like they don't even really have their foot in the door to get any welders in. So, you know, part of the process. So to keep this from being super long, the root cause, whatever, lesson for today, lesson for the week is be grateful. Take nothing for granted. I knew my dad was sick, and I planned on moving back on December 6th, and he didn't make it that far. I wish I could have seen him more. I wish I could have done more with him. My dad got me into welding when I was a kid. He got me into guitar. He got me into music. He got me into most things that I'm in. I probably grew up more with my grandparents, who got me kind of more perfected and honed into things. I would say my grandparents made me book smart. My dad kind of made me street smart. My dad gave me a lot of hands-on tools, taught me how to be a redneck, how to do a lot of functional man things, you know, like how to back a trailer, driving a truck, driving 18-wheelers, driving tractors, farming in the small sense that we farmed, you know, kind of growing up, like small garden type stuff. And he got me into a lot of things that I'm into now, and I'm super grateful for that. But you can't take anything for granted, you know. I knew that flying back from Germany and taking a job with Wally was kind of putting it all out there in a way. I didn't really know if it was going to go through, but I knew that I had other options, backup options. You know, trust the process is kind of something else that I've really been honing on, you know, because it's all part of the process. There's nothing going to be guaranteed, nothing's going to be handed to you, nothing's handed to me. I just super fortunate for everything that I do have, and I don't take anything for granted. So, you know, like, I saved up a lot of money to be able to be off this long, you know. Not a lot of people can do that, and I get it. Not everybody's going to be able to. I guess technically now I've been out of work for a month and a half. I'm still getting paid for my old job because of the way the pay scale thing kind of works out, but I haven't even touched any of that money, you know. Like, I saved enough money that I could live for a couple of months out of work, transitioning, because I knew, like, hey, this might not work out right away, and I knew that, you know. So I'm wanting you all guys, you know, you guys that are trying to get into it, to look at it the same way, you know. I get not everybody can save up thousands of dollars. There's my GPS. I don't know if you can hear it. Going back to the house, dropping the car off. But anyway, yeah, so just don't take anything for granted, you know. It's life's short, but you got a long life to live too, you know. Don't try to rush everything, but know that you're going to get through whatever it is, you know. You got to trust the process. Everything is a process, and nothing is going to be overnight. But don't delay everything either. Don't, you know, like, oh, I'll be a welder in 20 years when I finally get through with this, that, and the other. Or, you know, like, I'll go travel next year or the year after, because, you know, my dad was planning on seeing me that week. You know, I was going to go home or whatever the next week after I got back from Germany, or, you know, like the week after that for Christmas or whatever. And we planned on that, and it didn't happen, you know. I saw a quote one time that said something like, every man that dies and didn't plan to die that day, or had plans for the day after, or something, you know, like that. And it's true, you know. I hadn't talked to my dad that week at all, but it was kind of heartfelt when my dad was super tech smart, but he was not Facebook smart, and so he somehow got subscribed to like all of my updates on Facebook. And so one day when I was at home, I was going through his email. This winter funk has got my nose all stopped up. Going through this winter, going through his email, I saw where he had opened up an email that was coming from Facebook, where he had like read all of my recent posts and looked at all my pictures. And so even if he never commented or whatever, at least I knew he was looking. So my dad wasn't super religious, and so I hope he had made his peace and he ended up where he wanted to. And that's all we can hope for, right? So anyhow, you guys, thank you for the support. I hit 700 followers on Instagram this week, and that's like 300 up this week now that I've been posting some welding stuff. So stay tuned. I'm gonna have some more welding videos posted. It looks like we're gonna go to work next week, I think. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna try to get some of these videos edited up and get some of my first weld videos out there. I'm super stoked. They come out really well, but yeah. Don't take anything for granted. Be grateful. Be good. Trust the process. Let's take Austin's line. Learn something every day. See ya.